So it's very early still on Thursday morning here. It is, what is it, August 14th? So there was a news story, big Yankee fan. They still haven't quite gotten it together. They're going to have to start playing some better baseball if they want to make the playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? Playoffs? Yeah, they're going to have a stretch where they go like probably 15-5 or something like that, just to guarantee that they're not up shit's creek. But so big news item. Gerrit Cole, he's out for the year. He had the Tommy John surgery. He messed up his elbow. Somehow in the offseason, he just showed up and his elbow was fucked up. It's stuff with sports that sometimes an injury. It's like, well, this doesn't, how does that? He felt fine and then he woke up one day and suddenly he had a torn ulnar collateral ligament. So the big news is that Gerrit Cole is now throwing from flat ground. He's throwing from flat ground. Now he's just kind of soft tossing. It means he's not on a mound. That's flat ground, but that's the easiest way to describe it. He's throwing off flat ground. And normally this would not be newsworthy at all, other than to say that his rehab, all joking aside, his rehab is on track. And the hope is that by next spring training, he's going to be 100%. He'll be able to get back to being, an ace level, fantastic pitcher. I mean, we can admit he's already one of the top 10 best starting pitchers the Yankees have ever had. I mean, Cole, CC Sabathia are better, right? This guy is a fucking monster pitcher. He's fantastic. And he's pitched well in the postseason, as we know. But as a Yankee fan who goes back decades, the problem I have with throwing off of flat ground, you all remember a pitcher named Carl Pavano? The Yankees signed to a free agent contract before the 2005 season. Carl Pavano. 4 years and $40 million. Carl Pavano made 27 starts. Even his ostensible friend and teammate Mike Messina was calling him out. And the New York newspapers had a field day calling him American Idol, IDLE, because the guy just couldn't stay healthy. Like, I never thought that the guy was a malingerer. They shouldn't have signed him. He just had one injury after another. He had an elbow problem. He had a shoulder problem. He had another elbow problem. Then he took this weird spill when he was rehabbing in 2006 and he landed on his tailbone and that he was out for a month. Everything went wrong. But in 4 years with the Yankees, the number of times that Yankee broadcaster Susan Waldman, as part of the injury report, she said some variation of the phrase in all 4 of those seasons. Carl Pavano is throwing off of flat ground. He's throwing off of flat ground as if this was a great thing and it meant that he was about to make his big comeback. And it really wasn't until, he started the 2007 season and then he blew out his elbow, but the guy just couldn't stay healthy. So when I see that a Yankee pitcher is throwing off flat ground, I think of Carl Pavano and $40 million for 27 starts. That's pretty good. And then there was the thing in 2006 where he was actually getting ready to come back and he got into a car accident, which also, it's unfortunate, but he was throwing off flat ground for parts of 4 different seasons. And he didn't actually make a comeback until the end of the 2008 season when we were already out of contention. It was just all bad. So the phrase throwing from flat ground or throwing off of flat ground, I wish they just hadn't reported on it, because now I'm thinking of Pavano when I should be saying, hey, no matter what happens this year, we should have our ace back and ready to go next year. He's throwing from flat ground.